Okay guys, I got a 2008 2008 Toyota Camry. What I'm going to be installing today, I'm going to be installing an amplifier. Usually I don't start from here to do a line out converter, but he was planning to install the an aftermarket he was planning to do an aftermarket radio later on, so might as well run the jack over here right now, the RCA jacks and everything over here right now, so that way I don't have to take the radio out, run the jacks back over here, because I usually do it from the speaker side, the left side of or the speaker in the back that tap to the line out converter. So I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna do a couple video on removing and installation. So this part is I'm gonna do a removal, so you're gonna have to remove all this out, pop this out, and everything else I'm gonna show you. Or you can use the soft tool right there. You can buy it from AutoZone, Advanced Auto Part. Any part store should have like a tool removal kit. I don't like to use this tool. I mean, it's okay, but I'm gonna try it because it might break easy too. So start from here, just remove it left and right, just go around it, kind of loosen up a little bit, because this radio probably never come out before. So what you want to do, you want to grab this a little bit on the bottom and kind of pry it out with your hand instead of the tool. Try not to depend on the tool too much. So now I got this out. I'm going to remove this. You see that? Just push on that and then pull it straight out. And then there's a 10mm right there. I use this 10mm right there and pull it out. But I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna start on here. So move this out. Just spin it to the counterclockwise. And then push that out. I'm gonna use my hand. Try to move it off. This first, right there. Just grab it and shake it a little bit and pull it out. You're gonna see a filament. You're gonna see a filament. I mean, you're gonna see you're gonna remove this with the Phillips. 1 and then 2 right there. So keep it down here. Try to pry this out. There should be a screw right there, some of them, but I don't think this one's got it. So you got this kind of out of the way like this. And then what I want, gotta grab the key. Put the key in there, step on the brake, and put on reverse. So now, keep it on one side, you don't have to remove it. I usually put this back down so I have something to hold. So I keep it like this. I don't like to grab everything out. Now if you pull it out already, just push this switch right there. There's a switch right there. I don't know if you can see it. So take it. Now you want to grab that 10mm of that. I use an extension, it's easier. You can use a regular wrench. Down there you'll see it if you reach down. Feel it. 1. Sure you got your parking brake on if you're gonna do what I'm doing. I'm just feeling the 10mm. I just ate. I don't want to reach down there. It's kind of too hard to do that. So you got 10 millimeter out here. Don't drop it, it'll be hard to find. So now you just pull it out. Once you pull it out, I'll put this thing back in. You'll be able to see the wire. So all these wire right there, I can connect the my line out converter to it, and that's it. That's how you remove the radio. So if you're gonna install the amplifier, what you wanna do, you wanna go down here. You can take that out and make a hole on that, or you can go to the opposite side right there. There's the boot right there. You can run the power right there. What I did, I make a hook. I trimmed this copper out a little bit, and then I tied it, and then I'll spray some W40 on it so it's easy to pull out, and then pull it to the front. So at this time, I'm just gonna pry the plastic right here out. And then there's right here, use your hand. It's like, I'm not sure what size this is. This is probably like a, I can't tell, maybe half an inch. So remove that, lift it up. After you get it out, just pull it out this way. There's a clip. See this clip right there? There's two clips. And then you're going to run the power underneath here, underneath there, and then run it straight out here. And what I usually do, I'm going to try to see if I can run it, hide it right here, around here somewhere. Let me see. You want to move the seat forward. Now grab this out. And then just use a pry and pry this out. Right there. And then do the other side, same thing. As you can see right here, I snuck all the wires right in this loop right there, plastic loop. And then pry that. Coming over here. What I did right here, I snuck it on here. The power wire should be like this. I'm gonna put it back like so, and then find this plastic. Whoop, that's not it. Align this front one. There's a hole right there. Right there. Align that first. Whoop, actually no. Better way is to go this way first. Kind of match the same one that they had. Just clip right there. I used a half an inch screw right here. I used two of them, that way it won't move. Now we're not doing nothing serious, amplifier, big amplifier, nothing like that. So this is perfectly fine. If you're wondering, but you want to make sure this is scratched off the paint. Make sure it's sanded really good. Now at this point, what you need is the wire that you bought that came with the kits. They should have that on a certain. Oh, I gotta get a 10 millimeter. Cause the screw they had wasn't the right one. I can show you that later. So I got the power right here. I'm gonna make it long enough for it. Trim it around about 1/2 of an inch. Basically, I'm taking the rubber out. I'm gonna put this red piece out in here first. It's called put it right in and just crimp piece by piece for the power. And then what you want, this is a red wire, so I ran it to the battery, the positive side. Now I'm gonna put it on the positive side of the amp. AV amp's a little bit different. Whoop, why it's not tight? It's wrong. That's weird. Nope, it's not tight. For some reason it's not so tight. I don't know why. That's why a lot of people doesn't want to work with the used stuff. So that's one of the reasons. But you know, gotta make that money. Same thing as over here for the ground. I gotta put a 10mm because it's not a Phillips. Now, if you're using a drill, you want to make sure you be careful about do what I just did earlier, because I'm used to this drill for so long, I know when to stop. And a lot of people, if you're not sure when to stop, you're gonna damage or you're gonna mess up the thread. Damage the thread, I say it. So now, once you got this bolt of this wire ran, I'll try to fix the wire to make it look neat. I'm gonna run the speaker wire over from here to the front, out there, out to the back. Got the speaker wire ran, so strip it, do the same thing as the power, and put one positive and one negative on the speaker side. Some of the amps got a bridgeable one, so Now I'm ready to make it look pretty. So I'm gonna use this. Can't believe I don't have enough. The wire is not that long. Should be long. Must need to check this out. Got that tight so that way it won't move. And now grab all my tools. Make sure it's snuck in there back. Now I want to explain about this pack SNI 35. It's a line out converter, adjustable line out converter. You can adjust it. Basically, that's what it's saying. So what you want to do, you want to hook up the wire right here, white to the black of this. How many plug is that? 2, 4, 6 pin plug. So white to the black, and then white black to the yellow, and then now you got the other side, the gray. You want to hook it up to the red, and then the gray black, the gray, yeah, the gray, hook it up to the red, and then the gray black, hook it up to the white. So it means it's a negative side. That would be the left rear and the right rear. So now I'm looking for the gray wire next to the blue and yellow right there. That's the ignition or accessory. You want to strip that and put it on the remote wire. I can't do it. So I got the gray to the blue. That's for the remote wire to turn the amp on. And then I got the RCA jack plugged in the back of this pack SNI 35 and plug the power back. Now here's some tricky part that I want to mention to everyone about doing the power wire. So I can do it like this if you don't have the right tool. So what you want to do, you want to remove this part right there. This thing is made for 4 gauge and an 8 gauge. This is for 8 gauge. So you need to remove the red piece out. Push the red wire in the 4 gauge, the thicker wire basically. And then what you want to do, you want to remove this inside piece out right there. I'm not sure the camera show it. Oh, yep, right there. Remove that out. So, and a lot of people, they didn't know. They just push it, shove that in there, and you got the copper wire, copper sticking out, and then it can short up the system. And also another problem that people does is they trim that the rubber that's around the insulation, that's around the I show you. You want it about right there, right here, the camera. And then I'm gonna put, usually I'll put about 80 amp fuse right there. You set up 100, that's too much for 100. So you see the white, this is called ANC, mini ANL fuse. And same thing, it's pretty much the same. So I'm back over here. I'm gonna cut this wire that I pulled out. I don't want it that long. So let me see, probably cut right there. Strip it about 1/2 inch. Pull it. Put this one first, the cap. And depend on what kind of fuse holder you have. Like I said, I'm gonna drop that little piece. Now I'm gonna push this out like so. and then loosen this piece, push it in. Now hold, tighten it really tight, and then push it, spin it around clockwise. And then what you want to do right here, this is a 12 millimeter. Now if you have it's better to use the socket tool right here to loosen this piece out. Sometimes I make like a spade, cut this two ends off right here and push it right in, but in this case I'm gonna put it in. When you put it in, you want to put it right straight in. You don't want to try to. Now the reason I say use the combination wrench is not good, because you might accidentally hit this ground right there and you're going to see a big spark. You don't want that, so you want to use the regular socket wrench, something, if you're not used to it. So now I'm almost done. I'm going to put the wire loom right there. Wire loom just to make it look pretty and kind of keep the heat away if it's hot, but a lot of people don't do that. Usually cut like an inch past this, so that way I can push it in some more, so it don't, you can't see the red wire, the power wire. See, I need about another 6-7 inch. So right there, I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna use a zip tie, and I'm gonna tie it to I'm gonna tie the wire right here. And then make sure you get all your tools out. Make sure everything is tight. And close the hood. Voila. So as you can see, I got the red wire to the power, and then the blue to the ground from the frame, and then the remote from the radio, and then I got the positive and negative to the speaker right there. I bridged it because they run it that way, and then the RCA jack to the input right there. Always input if you have a different amp, and then you can adjust your level, bass control, and everything from here. And make sure this amp, you want to turn it on to LP right there. You want it on LP, turn on. If you put on the off, you're not going to get the bass sound.